Hey everybody, I'm super excited today because I get to play Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, as the obnoxious announcer in this game just said. And now that I think about it, I'm actually going to turn that motherfucker off because he is extremely annoying in this game. That was one of the biggest criticisms. But also, as a quick disclaimer, I would like to mention that I would like to mention that this channel won't just be exclusively Sonic games. I just happen to really want to play this game today. So I know the last playthrough I was doing, which I will probably finish sometime, was a Sonic CD. So, okay, let's... Off. Yes, please. I decided to play the first one too because it's been such a long time. I've been playing the second one recently. I still play it online. But it's been a very long time since I played this one, which also Billy Hatcher's in this one, who they took out of the second one, which was kind of disappointing. But let's see. Also, I have the 360 version, obviously, because I have Banjo-Kazooie here. So I'll just play as Sonic, whatever. We'll do... Oh gosh, should I do Expert? It's been so long. But I wanted to relive this one because I know this one had some like when the second one came out, I thought, like, in terms of tracks, you could kind of go either way. Like, this game has some tracks I wish were in the second one, and the second one has some tracks that I'm glad they added because they weren't in this one. So all right, here we go. I remember being pretty excited when this game was announced too, because I just thought it was such a good idea. To have Sonic in a kart racing style game, kind of like Mario Kart, which is obviously what it's trying to kind of be based off of. And oh, see, this is one of the tracks I wish was in the second one, because I just love, well, I like the Dreamcast era of Sonic. You know, I know that Sonic Heroes, this is Sonic Heroes level, isn't part of the Dreamcast era, or it's not a Dreamcast game technically, but for some reason, from what I understand, it's still considered part of the Dreamcast era. But when I first got this game, I remember having a lot of issues with the controls, and I don't know why. Right now, I'm doing totally fine. I think the controls are a little weird if you haven't played this game before. Oh, Shadow got his all-star. But I don't know. You get used to them through time, and they're very good controls. After a while, one of the things about this game too that I thought was kind of weird when I first got it was I wasn't sure how critics would respond to it, because the weapons and stuff, right? They're just these generic ass I just had boxing gloves a minute ago, and that was a weapon. In the second game, it's kind of the same. I feel like they're a little more interesting. But I just thought, oh god, this is probably considered bad, because I was having trouble with the controls, and the weapons were weird and generic. But I think mechanically they work well, and honestly, I actually prefer this game over Mario Kart, and that's probably the main reason why, is because of the weapons. In Mario Kart, there's a lot of BS weapons, the blue turtle shell, in my opinion. I always thought that was horse shit, that just because you're in last or whatever, you get to fuck over the guy who's in first. I mean, come on, what's that shit? So that always pissed me off about Mario Kart, and there was a lot of things like that in Mario Kart. The lightning bolt. Now, the thing about the lightning bolt, though, is that it does affect everybody except for one player. So it's a little bit more passable, but it's still why is the guy in last place, who's probably 8 cars behind, literally in length at least, why is he determining the dude in first place? And also with the lightning bolt, the when you use it, everybody gets tiny, so the people who are in last, near the last place, they get to grow big again first, because when you're tiny, you drive a little bit slower. you can't cover as much ground because your car's tinier, which makes sense. So, I can't remember if you can do tricks in this one or not. But yeah, anyways, like, so you cover less ground, and because of that, the cars that are like, so like, let's say like the person in 8th place, you know, gets the oh, Shadow's doing tricks up there, so you can. I just don't know how to do it. Well, basically, like let's say the person in 8th place gets the lightning bolt. Well, the person in 7th place, so everybody gets tiny. The person in 7th place gets big again, and then it's the person in 6th place after a little bit, and then it's the person in, you know, and that's kind of like horseshit, because that means once again the person in 1st place is kind of getting fucked over. I think it's like there to like give everybody a chance to get back to 1st place, but basically my point is that Mario Kart has a lot more things that are like, if you're doing last place, they can kind of reward you for that. That doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna catch all the way up, but this game takes a lot more skill. The second one especially, but like, for example, like this boxing glove, like I can't just like throw this at whoever's in like whatever place. Like I have to aim it. Like there I missed, so that was kind of detrimental to me probably catching up in this race and getting first. Like Mario Kart has weapons like that. They have like the green turtle shell, which I think is fantastic and stuff like that. That takes a little bit of skill to use. Like you have to aim it. It's not like it has to be complex skill, but the skill level is still, it's still there. So that's one of the things I've always really liked about this game over that one. I still do really like Mario Kart, don't get me wrong. I really want Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. I had the Wii U version, and I really enjoyed that. Although I didn't think, like, I don't know, the thing about like Mario Kart games is like whenever there's a new one that comes out, it seems like they always get these like really amazing, awesome reviews, and I'm like, they're not like that good. They're super fun. But I don't know, like, I see, like, when I see it, like, get, like, a 9 or something, I'm like, well, you really shouldn't go off of the number anyways, but even when you read the review, there's, like, so little bad things to say about it, and I guess I'm just a little bit, like, how? Well, like, okay, like, I understand how there's not so little bad things to say about it, because they're very good games, so there isn't a lot to complain about with Mario Kart, but the number one complaint is, like, it's kind of the same thing, and in complaint for somebody like me, not, now this isn't a complaint for everyone, because I know Mario Kart's really just there to be that family game that everybody plays, right? But for me personally, I would also like it to be more competitive, but that's just me. I know that's not obviously what everyone desires. So with Mario Kart, oh shit, I lost what I was trying to say. I was trying to get Tails back there when he got on me, and I had that thing and I hit him with it, but I ended up running off the road and kind of slowed me down here. So I'm not having a whole lot of trouble for not having played this in a while. I mean, this game pretty much plays just about the same as Transformed does so far, and actually this map is in Transformed. It's slightly different, but it's practically the same thing. I do think, though, like, this game does, like Mario Kart, it does kind of do the same thing in the fact that it rewards you for, like, if you're in last place, I do think you have an increased chance of getting your all-star and stuff. So that stuff's still kind of there, but it's not nearly as... What the fuck happened there? That was bullshit. Wow, what the ass. Yeah, anyways, like, the game still does that, but a couple different things here. The all-stars, like, they still take a slight amount of skill. Like, it is a pretty strong ability. What is his all-star? What does it do? Okay, I don't really know what that did to me. Like, Um, well, that's the other thing, is that some All-Stars I felt like were better than others, which was one thing that I felt was a little bit more balanced in the next game. And they actually told you, like, certain characters would be, like, faster, but their All-Star wouldn't be as good. And I was like, okay, that's fair. And I felt like players got them pretty, like, in pretty good spots. Like, I just feel like the balance for this game's a lot better. And it makes it a lot more fun, for me personally, at least. Like, I know that's probably not a popular opinion because Mario Kart is so, you know, big, and people always, like, they're like, well, Sonic can't have a better game than Mario, and it's like, yeah, okay, generally Mario games are better. I'll give them that, but I think that, for the racing games, I'm like, I feel like Sonic nailed it, and I feel like they nailed it better. But I guess it depends on what kind of a racing game fan that you are. But oh shit, I will finish this Chow Cup on the next episode. I'll see if I can get first. I think it said that I was a point off there, so oh god, I hope I can get first here. But all right, thank you everybody for watching.